All right, y'all, today we're here with Dr. Dawn Nuckolls. I know her from my previous life in healthcare. I used to work out with her at the gym as well. So I used to call her Dr. Dawn, but Dr. Nuckolls for a while. So we're gonna talk to you today about two different things. This is something really cool. Dr. Nuckolls is a doctorate of osteopathy. She is a DO. So what that means to you is that this is coming from a medical professional talking about Botox, talking about different things, aesthetics. I don't know anything about this stuff, but I want to put you in contact with someone who does know all those things. So that's why we're here today. So Dr. Nuckolls, first of all, why this part? Were you not busy enough in medical care, or?
I was. I've been doing primary medical care, internal medicine work here in the area for about 15 years, and I'm looking kind of for something to transition to. I was looking for something to transition to. I've always enjoyed aesthetics. I would have stuff done for myself, neurotoxin, stuff like that done. And it just kind of came to me one day. I was like, rather than just being a consumer of it, you should become a practitioner of it. That could be a good way to finally start to slow down, as I'm getting older. Since then, it's kind of morphed into more of an aesthetic and wellness clinic is what I'm looking to build it towards, not just the filler and the neurotoxin, but to also start dealing with, medical weight loss, healthy weight loss, hormone replacement, feeling better overall, internal and external wellness is kind of what I'm going for.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So again, we want to highlight something. This is not someone random who picked up some drugs, if you will, from somewhere. This is a medical professional. This is a doctor who you can come to, consult with, and provide you answers and give you a plan to get you whatever you need. All right, so Dawn, speak to the client you have out there who hasn't came in yet because they're on the fence about all the things you do. Help them understand how this isn't scary at all.
Sure. So from the aesthetics point, you've got neurotoxin, which I can give to people to help reduce fine lines and wrinkles in the forehead, around the eyes, other areas. There's several different areas you can inject neurotoxin, but it's good to kind of help with wrinkles you already have. Filler is a similar type of thing, but it works more to fill wrinkles that aren't related to muscle movement. There's a lot more in depth than that, but basically, neurotoxin and filler help, get rid of some of the wrinkles you've had on your face, to kind of help give you a more youthful appearance, get rid of some just problem areas, the things that we all have when we look in the mirror and go, oh, I don't like that thing. After I started getting into the aesthetics part of it, I started realizing that there were a lot of people that were dealing with chronic health problems. Inside and outside wellness is kind of what I'm moving towards. I've added GLP-1 weight loss into my practice. There's a lot of GLP-1 weight loss out there, and I know people you see on Facebook and you see on Instagram and all of that about GLP-1 hair loss and GLP-1 face, where you have the saggy face. That all comes at using it improper. You need to use it the right way. My clinic, my goal is to have a medically directed weight loss where you're seeing me every month, we're weighing you every month, I'm giving you nutrition counseling, I'm giving you hydration counseling, exercise, all of that, so that you can lose the fat and not lose all of the muscle. Because you can lose all of the fat, you can lose 20 pounds in 2 months on that stuff if you want to, but if you don't preserve your underlying muscle and underlying body function, as soon as you go off of it, it'll come right back. So I have a program where I have people come in, we do an initial weigh-in, I have a scale that does complete body mass, so it will do your weight, but it will also do your skeletal and muscle mass, separated out from your body fat mass. Every time you come in to see me every month to get your next month's dosage, we put you back on the scale, make sure you're not losing all of your skeletal muscle mass, that we're focusing more on fat loss. So that kind of makes my program different than the rest, and you'll see me each month. For my patients that have some underlying medical disease, we'll sometimes follow labs. It just kind of depends on what you've got going on. But and then like I said, I also provide nutrition assistance, nutrition guidance, teach you how to read a label, what macros are, how you focus on keeping your muscle mass preserved so you don't have hair loss, you don't have a saggy face after all of the GLP-1s.
So your clinic, Highland Aesthetics, versus another place, and I don't know any other place, so I'm not calling anyone out, but run us through, because I'm sure there's doctors that are involved there, but how is it different where doctors are involved there versus how it is here, where you are the doctor, you are the owner, you are everything here,
Right.
but you're also the client's first contact.
Yeah. There are other clinics in the area that have aesthetics focus and oversight, but not necessarily physician in the clinic. There are aesthetic companies in the area that actually have physicians in the clinic that are performing a lot of the same duties that I am, but they also have more employees. So there's both in the area. What makes my business unique is that I have, right now it's just me. Hopefully I'll be able to grow and get more people in here, but I plan on having patient
After this video.
My game plan is to have patient contact with every patient that I can. Do some sort of interaction or patient contact. Maybe not on the first visit if you come in when I'm out of town or something, but my goal is to have patient contact with everybody, especially if they want to see me.
So as a doctor, as a medical provider, and again, we work together, I know your care, I communicated with you back when we worked in post-acute world. There's so much information about GLP-1s.
There is.
There's so many different providers. I mean, influencers are getting paid to push this out to you. So that's why I think it's important locally for us to know from a doctor's perspective how to take it the right way, if that's something you're interested in. Right. So help us understand what it looks like to do it, quote unquote, the right way.
Right. So to do it the right way, obviously anytime you start a GLP-1, you hear about the nausea, about the GI side effects. That's going to happen anytime you start it. You have to reevaluate each month and say, are the side effects getting better? Can we go up on the dose? Great. The other thing I want to monitor is how many calories you're taking in. If it's hitting your appetite so much that you're only able to take in 500 calories a day, that's too little. You're going to lose muscle mass, you're going to start having hair loss, you're going to have all of the side effects you read about on Facebook. So if that's the case, you come in and I see you tell me you're eating great, but I get you on the scale and see you've lost 5 pounds of muscle and put on 2 pounds of fat, I'm going to know you probably not. So we're going to have a conversation about, protein intake, weight exercises, not necessarily, bodybuilding type of exercise, but moving some resistance weights to keep your muscles up, keep your muscles functioning, hydration to keep everything working the way it should. You can lose 30 pounds in 3-4 months on GLP-1s if you go fast enough, and if you just keep ramping it up and tolerate the nausea and eat 400 calories a day, but that's going to set you up for failure when you go off of them. So I want you eating a healthy amount of calories, a healthy amount of weight loss. So, we're looking at 1 to 2 pounds a week is what I'm looking for my patients. If you're going too fast, if you're losing more weight than that, but the body composition says that you're maintaining your skeletal muscle, great. But if it says you're losing your muscle, then we're going to have to shift to try and prevent that. Because nobody wants to be on an injectable the rest of their life. You don't want to have to take this stuff forever. It can be too expensive sometimes. So, my goal is to get you the weight loss you want the right way, so you've got a good base of muscle underneath, because that's going to be your engine for burning fat for the rest of your life. And then wean you off of it slowly so you don't have rebound hunger from it.
So what I'm hearing you say is that you're a means to an end.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't a set you up on a cycle and then I'm going to see you every month for the rest of your life.
Right. No.
This is, let's get you a plan, let's get you a goal, let me help you through the process, and then when you are happy, I'm happy, then we've achieved the result that we wanted to, right?
Yeah. I'm not trying to set you up for life on GLP-1s. It's just get the weight loss done, but get it done right so that you can have success after the fact.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So speak to maybe anyone out there who's interested, ladies, guys. Why would they ever be afraid to come see you with needles?
I can't speak to other practitioners because I've not been in any of the other clinics. But when it comes to neurotoxin, I have a gentle approach. I mean, my approach when I do this is, I mark on your face. All of my clients that are seeing me now have markings all over their face. So, it's kind of like being an artist. I see what the problem is. I mark where I want to do the injections so that it will correct the problem. And then that way when I'm injecting, all I'm focusing on is the injection, not where I'm at and what I'm doing. I mean, I'm just kind of I'm basically drawing the picture and then I'm coloring in the lines while I'm actually using the needle. So, it's not really super painful. It's just a little, little pinch. And it's an insulin needle, so it's a very small needle. It's, like I said, it's not really that bad. For the filler, that can be a little bit more uncomfortable. People have it injected into their lips. They'll have it injected into their face here. You can have it jaw, cheeks, pretty much anywhere. Those needles are a little bit more uncomfortable, but I have a numbing cream that I put on your face, get your face. It's not completely numb, but it definitely dampens the pain to where it's usually fairly tolerable. I've had it done myself, and when you put the numbing cream on, it's not that bad.
I heard you say something too. You've actually done it to yourself, right?
I've done the neurotoxin. I haven't really tried to inject my lips yet, but yeah, I can do my forehead neurotoxin myself. And it's not because I'm like that tough and that great. It's just not that bad. It's not that painful.
I don't know about you, but if I was interested in this, I would go to the person who's using it on themselves.
Yeah, I do. Everything that I prescribe, everything that I have here, the neurotoxin, the filler, the GLP-1s, everything that I have in my clinic I have tried. I'm not peddling anything that I haven't used myself.
And that's such a key point I think I want everyone to know locally, and if you're watching this from who knows where, go to providers who know what they're talking about, are certified, have backings, but also they're using the products, because if there's someone trying to sell you something but they're not using it themselves, it should probably be a red flag, right?
I would be a little concerned, yeah. Plus, I want to be able to tell patients what it feels like, I don't want to inject somebody's lips with filler and be like, yeah, sorry, I don't know what that feels like. I know what it feels like. I've had it done. I've been on GLP-1s. I know how to, I've done it both ways. I've done GLP-1s wrong, lost a bunch of muscle, and spent 2 years in the gym building it back. Now I'm doing GLP-1s properly, and I'm having great results with it myself. So, like I said, everything I prescribe, I've taken myself, everything.
Talk about your location. Where are we at right now?
So right now we're on Bristol Highway, not too far from Wing Deer Park, pretty much right across from the baseball fields. It's in the Salon Belladonna complex, so I have a suite in the Salon Belladonna complex. So if you know where Wing Deer Ballpark is, I'm right across the street.
So we are inside another location.
Right.
Easy to find. Bristol Highway, everyone knows where it's at. Everybody knows where Wing Deer is at. Where can people find out more information from you online?
Online, I have a website. It's highlandaesthetics.org, so you can go there. It'll give you information on all of the services that I have. It'll give you information on how to book. I have an online booking platform, so you can get directly online and book an appointment with me. It'll walk you through everything pretty simply. I have email contact. I have a phone number on the website as well. So if something happens and you're just not getting through the website well, call me, leave me a message. It's a cell phone. You can text that number that's online, and I'll be happy to set the appointment up for you. If you just don't really like doing the online booking thing, again, shoot me an email, text, or call, and I can get you booked in. So yeah, it's pretty simple. highlandaesthetics.org.
That's awesome. If you guys have any more information, if anything that Dr. Nuckolls has said is interesting to you, please reach out. This is a medical doctor providing these services. This is not some other person who's not a doctor. I can't highlight that enough. So thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, and always share our videos, drop a comment if you have any questions at all.